Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, the former Kiambu governor, Waititu, popularly known as Babayao, is one man who is disgruntled about William Samoei Ruto treatment after he took over office. He's not a happy man. Today he is regretting why did he support William Samoei Ruto. He's confirming that actually Ruto promised him that while they come to power, he's going to help him and sort out all the cases that he was facing in terms of corruption. There was a lot of corruption cases that Waititu was being haunted about, and some of his properties already they were set to be freezed. So Waititu campaigned for William Samoei Ruto with all his heart, with all his mind, with all his energy, because he believed that Ruto was going to sort out his own interest, rescue him from that job of being whipped away by the state, which seemingly wanted to take over his properties. And it's like Ruto played him. He's complaining because he has seen some of the friends whose cases were terminated, whose properties were returned. Well, some people whose properties were frozen, even accounts. But as we're speaking now, they have their money. But Waititu is yet to recover anything. Instead, Ruto did a drama. Number one, Ruto decided to appoint Waititu to Nairobi River Commission as a member. But he knew very well that this a man who was impeached. So someone will just go to court and they will have no say. He will be kicked away. He was playing with his mind. And indeed, the Law Society of Kenya went to court and Waititu was kicked out. He cannot be part of that committee. As we're speaking now, Waititu properties, those assets, has been frozen. What he has lost now is to a tune of 1.9 billion shillings. His account has been frozen. Assets now being recovered. So he will have nothing. This is happening because the court gave an order after finding out that he has a case to answer, and again, they were proved beyond any reasonable doubt he was involved in corruption. So he's now crying, Ruto amemwacha. Today no one is receiving his calls, no one is thinking about him, and no one even wants him near William Samoei Ruto. If Ruto wants to speak to Waititu, he can do it anytime he wants. But because he don't want, he's using the people around him to restrict Waititu from speaking to Ruto. And this is what he said after interview by the Nation. Listen to this. I quote him. I now understand politics better. When I was a governor of Kiambu, I used to get a lot of calls from different people, especially politicians, seeking various favor from me. Some I built their careers and helped them win, but now they don't pick my calls. I am one of those people who campaigned for President Ruto and his deputy. I even donated my cars, including Toyota Tundra, that was commonly referred to as the Beast because of its fancy modification. Now I am an isolated man, and it seems I have been forgotten. Those close to the president do not want to see me speaking to him directly. You see, the president promised that after coming to power, he would ensure that all cases that were politically instigated during the tenure of former President Uhuru Kenyatta were thrown out or withdrawn. And I have seen most of them thrown out and the accused exonerated. I am now wondering what happened to me, because in some cases I was involved in, some witness even recanted the evidence they had given in court. In one hand, I am seeing Waititu, who is exposing Ruto and again lamenting. We are continuing with this Punchline discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To the returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, that beast car that Waititu is talking about is here. You can see it for yourself. This is the car that he's talking about. We just saw William Samoei Ruto using this car during the campaign. It was launched, and it actually made him to look popular during that time. So that means that's how politicians normally survive. And again, this is also another means that those people who are in business normally survive. You help an individual in a campaign using your resources, money, vehicles, then in return, you anticipate favors. Favors in terms of, number one, contracts. Hiyo ndio watu wengi sana sana wanabiashara wao wanafanya. So anakupea magari unatumia, pata contracts. For politicians, favors like kama uko na kesi zinasimamishwa. So for Waititu, what he was focusing on was to have his cases terminated if possible, to have his property returned to him. Then, if not possible, then just make those cases frustrated in the court, so that now zinakuwa ya kwamba haziendelei. You delay them, frustrate, delay them, so that now you buy time to kill the evidence where necessary. Sisi tutakuwa tunatumia hiyo gari kufanya campaign. Sasa saizi Waititu anaona Ruto wa kampeni ni tofauti na Ruto wa State House quiz. Ni watu wawili tofauti. Waititu is telling us that Ruto had promised him to terminate the cases. And if you read further that story, you will realize that in the beginning, Waititu was frustrated to speak about this story. He was hesitant to talk about the president. But then later he gained courage, then he started speaking about this issue. This is an expose to one William Ruto. The people he's talking about, those whom their cases have been terminated, is number one, Rigathi Gachagua. More than 200 million shillings were referred to Gachagua. We saw DPP terminating some of the cases. He went further to withdraw more than 100 cases that were being leveled against the associate of Kenya Kwanza. Many politicians who are in Kenya Kwanza, their cases has been either withdrawn because DPP was given an order to do so, or it is being frustrated in the corridors of courts. Lakini hii ya Waititu amefinywa 1.9 billion. Labda Ruto aliona hizi pesa tunahitaji. 1.9 billion is too big. It's too big. Oh, there's a lot of money. So amesema wewe na hii pesa utarudishwa. So Waititu has been betrayed, but other people, they had their way. So it tells you the kind of president we are having in the office today. He's a man who is going to defend corrupt individuals. He is going to glorify corruption. We are in a government that is not showing any means of fighting corruption going forward. Instead, those who looted this country, when the state during Uhuru Kenyatta time was trying to recover properties, William Ruto has come in and allowed these people to take their properties. Corruption. So huyu ameambiwa wewe ametengwa, ndio maana anakuja kuongea. Lakini hangekuwa ametengwa saa hizi, hangekuwa anaongea. Hatungekuwa tunajua ya kwamba watu walikuwa wamepewa ahadi ya kwamba Ruto akikuwa president kesi zao zinaisha. Leo hii tunajua kwa sababu yeye yake imeendelea na amepoteza mali nyingi. We are lost. Sasa mtaona vile tunaendelea tukienda mbele. Now you have to understand why many people, more than 100 cases, were withdrawn. So he's regretting, why did I support Ruto even with my money? Now I'm here. He's lamenting because ameona ya Rigathi imeisha. Ameona ya Mithika Linturi zinaisha. Mithika Linturi alikuwa na kesi ngapi? 32 civil cases. Saizi hizo kesi hakuna mahali zinakuwa mentioned. So we have a leadership that has come to defend corruption. We have a leadership that is here to protect criminals. I don't know your views, but let us meet in the comment section for continuation of this conversation. Thank you and see you in our next video.